Hi everyone, I'm Polly G. Welcome to Fashion with Me. Today I thought I would share with you the makeup routine that I like to do on the weekends. I actually like to do two looks. One is very simple and one that I like to do when I'm not really planning on going anywhere. And the other one is basically the same but just a little bit more elevated because I like to do my eyes a little bit more. But they're both a very nice, fresh, clean look. I have already cleansed my face and applied all of my skincare. So because I want to keep this a very natural look, I'm not going to use any foundation for this look today. I'm just going to use some concealer on the areas where I need a little bit more coverage. The first thing I do like to do, even on the weekends, is always to use a primer. I find that a primer just keeps everything in place and just keeps my skin looking fresh and natural looking throughout the day. So the first product that I'm going to use today is this primer from JOAH. It is a glow activator primer. I love this. It's about $12 at the drugstore. You can actually get it on Amazon as well. I'm going to leave all the products that I'm using today that are available in the description box down below if anybody's interested. But this one I did get on Amazon and I love it. It's a great, perfect primer. It keeps my skin nice and velvety. So I'm going to start with this. Probably should have pinned my hair back, which I think I will. I just pinned my hair back a little bit just because it was falling in my face. So now I'm just finishing off with the primer and I just rub it all over my face, including my eyelids and just my entire face, and I love it. Next thing I like to do while this is drying, it takes about a minute to dry, is curl my eyelashes. I have very straight eyelashes. You can barely see them, but once I curl them, it's like they come to life. If I had to be on a desert island somewhere and could only have one product, it would be my eyelash curler. See how it just makes my eyelashes come to life? Makes a big difference just using an eyelash curler. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is put on my concealer. And the concealer I'm using today is this Instant Age Rewind Eraser from Maybelline. And this is in the color medium. It has a sponge applicator at the top, which some people don't like. I actually like it. I find it's easy to work with. And I just put it in all the areas where I feel I need a little concealer. I put it on my eyelids, around my mouth, and just anywhere where I feel I might just need a little extra coverage. And then I'm going to blend that in with this dense brush. I love this brush. It just gives a really nice smooth finish and you can just buff it right in. So I just like to buff it all in nice and smooth. Okay, and that's all I'm going to do for my skin as far as a foundation, because again, I want this to be a very natural look. So I will set it with a little bit of powder. I don't know why, but I don't hear many people talk about this powder. It's from Kat Von D. It's called Lock It. I love this powder. It works really well for me. It does exactly what it says. It locks in all of your preparation and your foundation. And I really like it, but I don't know why people don't talk about it. So anyways, this is the powder that I'll be using today. I just put a little bit in my cap, swirl the brush into it, and then tap off any excess. And then I'm just gonna put it where I put the concealer. And you don't see this, it doesn't settle into any fine lines. It's just a beautiful powder. So anyway, that's the one that I recommend. So the next thing I like to do is use a bronzer. And I'm going to use the e.l.f. bronzer today. It is in the color Sunkissed. And I'm going to use this e.l.f. brush for that. And I'm just going to deposit most of the bronzer right in the hollow of my cheek. And then I like to put it all on my cheek, come up around under my forehead, down my chin, and down my neck. And then just blend that in. But you want to deposit most of it right here because that's what's going to give you a little bit of lift to your cheekbone. But you don't want to come far down. You just want to do it right, maybe a little less than halfway. Same on this side. And this is just giving my skin just a nice, exactly what it says, a sun-kissed look, sun-kissed glow. And then I take it, whatever's left, just across my nose, because that's where the sun would hit you. Okay? The next thing I'm going to do is do my eyebrows. Now, I am 60 years old, as my video states, and because of that, I do have a lot of grays in my eyebrows, so I like to use this dark brown pencil from e.l.f. A lot of the other eyebrow pencils I find are too brown for me. I need something not black, but definitely more of a deep brown. So I really like this for the color, and it also works really well. I find it stays in place and it works really well. So I have a pretty decent brow. It's not too sparse, but like I said, I do have a lot of grays in there. So I'm just basically using the eyebrow pencil to cover the grays and just kind of follow the natural shape of my brow and just deepen it up a little bit. I'm not looking to create a big brow, especially as we age. I don't think, it's fine when you're young, you can have those nice big bushy eyebrows, but as we age, we really don't want that. We want to keep our brows to define our eyes, but not to overpower. So I'm just going to fill both of those in like that. Then again, use the other side where the spoolie is and just fill in and brush through. Give it a nice natural look. And that pretty much will stay in place all day for me. I don't really have any problems, unless for some reason I was going to rub my eye. Yeah, then it might smudge. But otherwise, it stays in place and I really don't have any issues with it. So I'm just going to clean that up a little bit right there. So that's it for my brows. Next thing I will do is I like to use a light brown, or this is called Spiced Chocolate from Neutrogena, and I like to put this right on my lower lash line. It's not under my eye and it's not on the water line. It's right on the lash line. And what this is going to do is it's just going to frame my eye without dragging my eye down. So it's right on the lash line. It's not a dark color. Of course, my hair is dark. If you're lighter or blonde or fairer skinned, you might want to use something even lighter, maybe like a taupe or something. But for me, this is, I think, a good color where it just kind of frames my eye, but doesn't drag it down, and it's not too harsh. So it's going right on my lash line. And I start right in the corner of the eye and I go right on my right on the lash line. Also, you want to use a pencil that's going to glide very easily. That's why I like this Neutrogena. It's a self-sharpening pencil. Glides on really easy, so there's no tugging or pulling when you're going across your lid. So it glides on really nicely. And again, I put it right on the lash line. So you see how it just gives that nice frame to my eyes without being too much. And it's not pulling my eye down. The next thing I'm going to do is use my blush. Now, for this natural everyday look, for like a weekend look, you want it to be as natural as possible. And I find using a cream blush is the best way to get that. It's going to produce a nice, dewy, fresh look. Powders, I love powders, don't get me wrong, and I do use powders, but I use powders more when I'm using a full foundation. For today, I'm just going to use this cream stick. It's in the color Rosy, and it's from Argan Oil. I will put it on with a brush. You can put this on with your fingers. I like to apply it with a brush better. I just take the brush. This is a very dense brush. It's number 49 from Sephora. And I like this a lot. And I just put it across the top of the cream stick, get up the amount that I want. And then I'm just going to tap it on my cheeks. Get my hair out of the way. And just tap it on. And just keep going until I get the amount of coverage that I want. I like to also bring the brush all the way up to my temple, right up the side and on my cheeks. Why does this piece of hair keep going in my face? Okay. So it just gives that beautiful, nice, dewy look. And it's not too much, doesn't overpower again, because again, we want this to be a very natural, clean, fresh look. The next thing I like to do is to tight line. So I will use the same pencil for tight lining as I did under my eye with the brown. I'm going to use that in a black, because that's going to just deepen my eyelash line on the upper. And it's basically the same thing. I'm going right on the lash line, and I'm just going to follow that. And again, this is a nice pencil that glides nice and easy, nice and smooth. So there's no tugging and no pulling. And I just keep going. I basically want to focus more on the outer half of my eye, because that's where I want a little bit more depth. So that's going to bring some nice depth to my eye. So that is the tight lining. Next, you could do your mascara. I like to wait and do that last. That's always something that I've always done. I don't know why, but so I'm going to skip my mascara for right now and move on to my lips. And for that, I am going to use this lip liner from LA Girl, Nonstop Nude. And I love this. This is just a really, really pretty shade. It's almost gone. I got very little left here, but I think I have enough where I can show you. So I'm just going to, hard to talk and do this at the same time. I'm actually using this as my lip liner and my lipstick, because I really like this. It stays on well, and I just love the color of it. So I'm just sort of shaping the lips and then filling it in. It's a really nice creamy liner, and it works really well. So put that on. And next I'm going to do is I'm using this lifter gloss in the color Moon, I believe it is. And I'm just going to put that over. And again, it just gives a really nice, fresh, clean look without being too much. Okay, next onto mascara. And for that, I am going to use Full and Soft from Maybelline. And it is in the color just black, I think. This whole application that I'm doing really does not take long at all. It seems long because I'm talking, but this is a very, very quick way to just get yourself put together so you can get out of the house real quick. My husband actually loves when I do this look, because he's not sitting there tapping his foot waiting for me when we're going out for breakfast or something, and he's like, you know, always looking at his watch because I take so long to get ready. So this is a great quick just a really quick way to put your makeup on so that when you leave the house you look put together and fresh and clean, and it really doesn't take that long to do. Okay, so my mascara is all on. Now, you can stop here. This is the first look that I wanted to show you. This is the very simple look. So if I were to take my hair down, and I'm just gonna put on some earrings. I put on my earrings, and this is just a nice, fresh, simple look. You can stop here, like I said, or if you want to take it up a notch, which I do sometimes when I just want to look a little bit more elevated. So I'll show you what I do to bring it up just a little bit, and that's just basically enhancing my eyes. So what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to use this e.l.f. palette, and I'm only going to use this color right here. I don't know what the shade is, but it's just a pretty brown, and it's just going to bring in a little bit of depth to my eyes. So I'm just going to put that right here in the corner. Normally I would do this before I apply mascara, so I'm kind of messing my eyelashes up a little bit, but I just want to show you how you can do both looks. So I'll have to fix that afterwards, but so I'm just putting a little bit of the eyeshadow. Can you see the little bit of a difference that it makes. It just looks like you're just a little bit more put together. And I'm just focusing on the crease and the outer corner. I'm not bringing it all the way in to the other side of my eye. So I'm just focusing on the eyebrow bone and outer corner and the crease, okay? And then just blend that all together. To fix that eyelash right there. Oh. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then the second thing I do is I take this Wet n Wild brown eyeliner pencil and I will just do a little flick on the corner of my eye and just again focusing on the corner and just bringing it down just a little bit underneath. And the same on the other side. And then if you need to, you can take a liner brush like this, and if you just want to soften it a little bit. You don't have to do this step, but if you find that it's just a little too much, I like to just soften it a little bit so it's not so obvious. Just like that. It's not a lot. Okay, so now that is the second look that I wanted to show you. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a frog in my throat today. So that is the final look. I love this look again. I think it's great for the weekend or when you just want to look a little bit put together, but not too overdone. And it just gives a nice, fresh, in my opinion, just a really beautiful, clean, fresh look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel and don't forget to please give it a thumbs up as well. I hope to see you in my next video. And in the meantime, always remember, keep it classy, keep it stylish, and always be your best self. Bye.